All right, Baker, I know you got a drummer in your band, but check out those moves.
Killer.
Yep.
I tell you all, I got a drum set in my shop now.
You do?
Not for me. For
Abe?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the worst thing you could ever get a kid.
Not in the house. I mean, in the house, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's
house.
out in the shop.
Yeah, it's out in
okay.
the shop. Yeah, my father-in-law bought it for him because he said it. Abe said he was expressing interest in doing some drums, so he went and got one.
Yeah, my mom talks about, I'm going to get Mason and Miles a drum set. I'm like, don't you dare. Like, the toy room is bad enough. This toy room, it needs to be
it takes up space. But
Does he pound on it quite a bit?
he gets on it like every other day, a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's got a shop. You hadn't been to his house. He's got a big old shop.
Yeah.
No, there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
Plenty of room in it.
Yeah, yeah, that thing takes up a fraction of what that shop is.
So let's talk about this RV. Like, what are you going to do with that?
Oh, yeah. So, Baker, pull up the RV, picture of the RV right here. What am I going to do with it?
No, I mean, like, when you're back here, that's right. I think you mentioned you're gonna keep it at your mom's when you're back in Tennessee.
Yeah, mom and dad's, yeah. So when we're in Tennessee, they got land out in Dixon, Tennessee, and they've got a barn that's, they really just use it for events. It's, they don't have equipment in there that's just like kitchen, bathroom, flat screen TVs, tables, lights, refrigerators, stuff like that. So they exclusively just do events, whether it be, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July. That's what that barn is used for. They got another barn that's used for equipment and all that. So when I'm in Tennessee, we'll be parked next to it. And that has all the hookups that we need. But yeah, that's my house. That there's my RV, Clark. Traded him straight up. He got my house. I got the RV. So we sold the house and we're RVing it until Walker can find us. It's just tough. I mean, it's really tough finding what we want.
Yeah.
It's also inside of our budget, you know? I mean, we don't want to settle for 10, 20, 40 acres. We want several hundred.
Yeah.
Because the master plan is we get a couple hundred acres, we could sell off 20 to this family member, 20 to this family member, and so on. And for lack of better terms, it becomes a compound.
Yeah.
For our own little cult that we have. No,
Great. Let's start it.
I'll probably end up on it too.
Yeah. But, another thing, I you may think that I'm joking about this, but I promise you, I've been thinking about this, at least since 2006, is having enough land that I can have two things on it. One, an Irish village. And I've done my research. Now, I need to update my numbers because the lumber costs and building costs nowadays is like 5 times what it was then.
Yeah.
But I looked into it, and you go to like Disney World and some of these places, those buildings are just facades. And yes, they're built out on the outside for some of the stuff that looks like a village, right? It's just a facade. Mm-hmm. Behind it is just lumber. So what I could do is with, I want obviously the center point of it being a pub. Church over here. Pub right here, right? That's the center focus of the village is a pub. And then I've got a jail over here for people that, need to get locked up. A hotel.
Me?
Yeah, and have like a hotel that, let's say a hotel, like something that's 6 bedrooms, and then each bedroom has like 2 twin beds or something like that.
You're starting to sound like you want to create something like Michael Jackson did.
Yeah, not for kids though. At least not for the purposes he did. But, it sounds really expensive, and nowadays it is, more so than it was when I originally thought of it. And where I got the idea was watching MTV Cribs, and it was Dale Earnhardt Jr. in North Carolina, up by where y'all used to live. He had a western town on his property with saloon, jail, church.
Did it really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool. And that's where they'd go and hang out and shoot pool and watch TV. And
that's neat.
Yeah. So I would like that. And then the second thing is in the woods, I want a tree house. I'm still a kid, obviously, but not your ordinary treehouse. Because one of my favorite shows of all time is Return of the Jedi. And it's the Ewoks that all lived in the trees. And they got bridges from one little hut to the other one. That's what I want to do. I want to have my own little Ewok village.
That would be pretty cool.
It'd be cool to have an Ewok too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one at home.
But yeah, I mean, obviously that requires land, and 5 or 6 acres that we had until we sold it. It's not going to do it. Plus, we were too close to neighbors, good people, but we just got used for years to just being out there by ourselves, and still have to get on to the boys. They'll hop out of the truck and just go take a whiz in the front yard. It's like, you can't do that anymore. So I want them to be able to do that again.
That sounds like a goal.
Life goals. Yeah.
No, my wife is very similar. She's looking for some private piece of land, and I'm up northeast. I live in Pennsylvania, from Delaware, but live in Pennsylvania. And it's difficult to find land up there. That's why I keep trying to tell her, like, gotta go south. We gotta go to Tennessee. We gotta go to Tennessee. But we'll see. Take it one day at a time.
And that's the thing here. Once you get here, you'll find out you gotta go south.
Gotta go south.
That's what I'm finding, because currently we live in Franklin in the Leapers Fork area, and that type of land, you're talking millions, $6-7 million.
Yeah, that's why you gotta go south.
Yeah, you gotta go probably an hour.
Yeah,
for it to start getting inside of our budget. Because ideally, I would like as much land as I could possibly get.
How much land you got right now? You got like 4 or 5 acres, don't you? 6? Nice.
See, I want like 600.
Yeah, that's insane.
Or more.
Hey.
Yeah.
Go for it, man. So talk to us about this.
RV?
No, well, not the RV. The RV is freaking awesome. Saw it today. The plan. Like, where you going?
Right. Yeah.
What you doing?
So several trips. First trip, because we've got to be back in town September 23rd, a week before Asher, my youngest. He'll turn 1 on the 28th. So we want to be in town for his birthday. So we're leaving the first week of August. So it only gives us a limited time frame. And what I didn't realize was once you get to Montana, there's a lot of the roads that they'll start closing around mid-September because of snow. Yeah.
You do not want to take that.
No. I'm scared. I'm nervous as all get out. So
yeah, I bet.
Baker posted a picture below. You saw the size. It's a 45-foot, 20,000-pound RV. It's a house on wheels. It's a trailer.
Yeah, trailer.
It's a single wide. So, I mean, that's what makes me nervous, getting up those mountain roads, those 2-lane mountain roads. And I've been watching some videos because I don't mind staying in my lane. It's the problem is when you get those hairpin turns. My truck is 15 feet long. Yeah, it's almost 15 feet long. It's a F350 dually. Then you add a 45-foot. Now, we're not quite 60 foot because part of the RV hooks onto the bed of my truck and my hitch. But you're still approaching close to 60 total feet.
Do you know how long a trailer on a semi is?
No.
53 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad told me that today. My dad used to drive those.
So if you look on the back of semis, and I worked at Menards years ago, and I worked in receiving, so the trucks coming in, it says 53 on the side, and that means 53 foot.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. So imagine taking those hairpin turns up through the mountains. You've got cars coming this way. You've got to accommodate for cars needing to be in this lane and not hitting them with the back end of your trailer as you turn.
So you don't have to have any special kind of license to have?
No, they let any idiot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I don't have to have a special license. I am special, but I don't have to have a special license.
I know I am.
So we're going to not quite make a beeline, but pretty close to a beeline. South Dakota. I want to see the Badlands, Black Hills, Mount Rushmore. We joke we've seen more of Ireland than we have our own country. West of the Mississippi is. We've traveled out there, but not journey, like business meetings. Going to Denver.
All air travel.
Yeah, and it's one day in, do something, seminar, or presentation, something like that, and get out, right? Yeah. Same thing in California. So I want to go see stuff. Never been to South Dakota, and then Wyoming into Yellowstone, and then my ultimate goal for this trip is spend as much time at Glacier National Park in Montana. Nice. And they basically, I've watched videos and stuff. And some of the animals that they have, I just watched some YouTube videos 2 weeks ago. Rams? I didn't know we had rams in this country. I thought that was like Alps and stuff. Yeah, did you know?
No, not really.
Yeah, now I want to shoot one.
Yeah, now I want to shoot
people
one.
want to get mad. You want to shoot everything.
Shoot a ram.
I just like hunting.
No,
I'll eat it.
Yellowstone is my son is like in love with volcanoes.
Yeah.
And he wants to go out there and see the super volcano. So that's something that's on the to-do list.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
yep. So, anyways, that's the plan, and then back in town for a couple weeks for birthdays and events and stuff, and then we want to head to Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine for the fall because we've heard good things about the foliage and whatnot.
Don't come up northeast.
It's going to be winter by the time you get
Delaware, yeah. And winter, we'd like to spend a month in Florida, but we just got back from Florida and we're kind of burnt out in Florida because we now spent 2 weeks over the last 2 months in Florida, and last experience was not a good one. So if you like going to Destin, we've been going to Destin 15, 20 years. This trip, I don't want to say it sucked. That sounds negative. But out of all the trips, this one sucked.
Yeah.
And we stayed at Baytown Wharf. We got a house in Baytown Wharf and went to the beach right there in Sandestin. It was the most crowded thing I'd ever. You watch stuff like on TV where you see beaches of Rio de Janeiro. Mm-hmm. That's what I envisioned when I walked out and I saw all these umbrellas and all these thousands, not hundreds, thousands. Now, we all went almost 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. But the beach wasn't super crowded.
Not at all.
All right. Now, it changes when you get a month and a half in, and the weather's a lot warmer and the water's a lot warmer into July. It was packed. But it was also because that beach, I talked to some locals that live in Baytown Wharf, and they're like, it pretty much stays this way out, through October. And then once you get into November through May, it's not that bad. But still, I just couldn't. I mean, we're used to what we were doing. Mm-hmm. I mean, how close were we to the next people that we weren't affiliated with? I don't even remember.
Probably 100 some feet, maybe.
Right, yeah.
Most days,
Yeah.
it
Dude.
was a long way.
I kid you not. Somebody's chair was touching my chair.
Yeah. No, that's too much.
And they're walking through my little campsite to get to the water. And you know me, I like my space.
Yeah.
I just talked about I want hundreds of acres because I want to get away from people. So, yeah, I did not like this. So, travel alert, if you're going to Destin and you want to stay in Baytown Wharf, don't look forward to a disclaimer. I got 4 kids, and 2 of them, one's full breed ginger, the other one's a half breed ginger. So, in order to keep him alive, we got to have lots of shade and lots of cool air. It's true. He's a redhead.
That is true.
Yeah. So you got 4 kids and 4 kids worth of toys and whatnot to carry down there. So if you're just a couple, I could see it being okay. But we needed to be front row because we were worried about our kids being in the water and not being able to see them. It was just too packed. I would not recommend it whatsoever.
Not in July.
Yeah, I think we're done with Destin, and now we're going to move to once we go down there again, Rosemary, and like I was telling you today, Cape San Blas.
Yeah.
Where there's very few people. So
Good
until now, people listen to this travel advisory.
Yeah.
And all 4 of you people listening to this are going to go down there on vacation and pack the place. All right. Anything else we want to talk? We didn't talk about anything of importance today.
No, not
That's
at all.
okay.
Yep.
Hope you liked it. And if you did, guess what? Hit the like button. And what else do you do, Matt?
Subscribe, smash it.
Smash that subscribe button and then comment below if you have any random questions related to our random topic today. Take care, gang, and God bless.